My name's Alfie, 28, currently working as a team leader at Costa.
I am Dean T. Beirne and I am a stand-up comedian.
My name is Lucy Moon and I'm an actor and creative.
I'd say the experiences that come to mind for me are anytime I've gone on a date. Like, it's because of the world that I come from, it comes with a lot of pre-planning. You know, I go out on stage, I've pre-written jokes, I've practiced enough that I can go off the cuff a little bit. You don't really get that with dating. You can't really look up a how to date thing. There's no open mic circuit for the dating scene.
I've dated many different kind of people from many different kind of backgrounds with certain attitudes towards life. And I tend to find I get on with people who are a bit more easygoing rather than someone who's a bit more on it.
I think it is a level of communication as well. And I think also just the fear of being judged as well, because people think when it comes to stuff like that we're being needy, but it's really not the case at all. It's just things that we need in place to make the experience as comfortable as possible without getting overwhelmed as well.
Anytime that I've used a dating app to meet somebody, and usually we've hit it off really well, we've had a really good connection, we found something in common, and then when it comes to the actual dating side of it, I just completely collapse. It's hard to recreate that spark that you thought you had over text, because naturally you look at how texts are done, and when you're on a date, both of you are going to be extremely nervous, and if one of you's noticed, it's being in it's like being in the ocean and a shark smelling blood. You don't know how to swim, you're not going to survive it. And there's definitely been cases of that where my nerves have gotten the better of me, and I've ended up just either removing myself from the situation, or they've noticed and realized, you know what, we'll maybe not move forward with this. But in the world that I come from, rejection's a big part of it. So it's something that I just kind of learned to get over, really.
From my experience, a lot of miscommunication. So I've noticed, especially dating neurotypical people, is that there's a lot of subtext in conversations, and it's really hard for me to pick out, is this what they actually mean, or does this allude to something else, right?
What I've found is neurotypical people often don't have to think about what they're saying very often, whereas with neurodiversity, you have to sort of pre-plan what you're going to say in your head, and you have set things that you're going to say in a certain situation. And if someone says something where it throws you off, that can kind of make you feel as if you're trapped, as if you're in you have to retreat into your shell.
When it comes to dates, for example, I think reading the room, because I'm not good at reading people, so it's am I organising it, or are you organising it, or is that a combination between the two? And also it's the fear of being judged for asking if I can have something in advance. So if someone asks me, oh, would you like to go for a meal today, when I'm no. I feel for me, masking is the term of trying to blend in with, I guess you could say, blended in with the normies, as you would call it.
I look at the bridge of someone's nose, I have to give an eye contact and then look away and then look back, and then I try and mask it the best way I can, especially in certain situations people think I'm just being rude.
But I feel that over time it can get a bit exhausting. So for example, the stims that you can't control is to a point where you hold it in for so long, but then you just start stimming ferociously, and people are wondering what's wrong with her, is she having a breakdown or something?
When I'm in a relationship, right, in a way I do kind of mask, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's intentionally done. It's just something I've done sort of my whole life. It's hard for me to actually understand how someone's feeling. I wouldn't be able to tell that person's sad unless it's very, very obvious signs. If someone's crying, I can pretty much pick up, oh, okay, this person's sad.
I don't know, if I'm honest. I don't know if I'm hopeful about relationships, because, as cheesy as this sounds, right now my love is what I do.
I wouldn't actively go out of my way for one. I've always kind of had the mindset, if it comes along, it comes along.
I feel loving myself is important, because in the past, I don't want to get emotional because I'll partly ruin my makeup, but there has been a moment in my life where I felt I wasn't.
It's okay, take your time. Just take a deep breath in, it's fine. If you want, we can move on to another question if you'd like.
No, it's fine.
No, you sure?
Yeah. there was a moment in my life where I felt like I wasn't good enough. I don't know if it was partly because of the breakup, but it did happen. We were in the middle of a pandemic, which I don't think helped in itself, but I think compared to that to now, I'm learning to accept myself a lot more. And at this point, if people don't like it, I don't want to swear on camera, so I'm like, in the words of Tracy Beaker, they could just bog off if they don't like it, if I'm being completely honest. I know it sounds harsh, but take it or leave it.
Who are you? How long have you been together and how long have you been married?
I'm Holly.
I'm Diego. How long have we been together? Oh,
Do you know the
hard
answer
question.
to this?
Hard question. No, yeah. Do you want to answer?
So we've been together for 5.5 years and we've been married for 2 years. Actually, our anniversary was just on the 18th of June. I don't think that I have ever masked in front of Diego because I've been with him since before I was diagnosed and then from being diagnosed and now refinding myself after being diagnosed, and it's just more that I've been able to identify which traits of me before were due to autism and which ones were just me being me. So I've never really had to mask in front of him, but he can definitely notice when I am masking in front of other people. I wonder if you could tell them.
Right. Scrunchy actually means like when she feel I can't be on that place, and I think basically it's that.
Yeah, that's really good actually. I like to liken it to feeling like I want to rip my skin off. Obviously I'm not going to rip my skin off, but that's how it feels. I just need to just not.
Well, when she feels scrunchy, what she like is just like we do it like that, face to face. I just try and calm you.
Yeah, calm me down.
Calm you down.
Yeah, he just like takes me away from
Yeah.
what we're doing. Say if I was in an environment that was too loud and there were people all around, he'd just take me out. And yeah, sometimes I need his like physical contact, whether it be like skin to skin or a really tight hug, and sometimes I need him to just be over there and leave me alone. And he's really good at detecting which one I need without me saying, which is really helpful.
Yeah, because the thing is like, I don't know, because we've been for a long time now together. I know what she feels. I mean, obviously, all the time is different, right? But normally, I know what she needs.
Yeah, and he can sometimes preempt it as well. Like he knows when something's coming before I even express it, just because he can tell by certain movements that I'm doing, or he can tell I'm getting agitated, and he'll be like, "Oh, here's your headphones." I'm like, "I've not even said yet that I need them," but he knows. I think one barrier to my autism and being with Diego that we've definitely experienced is that having to explain to his family, like, this is what Holly likes and what she doesn't like, this is what Holly needs, was a bit difficult at first because they were like, why does she need that? And their picture of autism was a very severe end of the spectrum, and they didn't have a lot of experience with people that have autism like I do. But I think over the years they've kind of grown to understand, and now your mum knows what dinners to make me, what dinners not to make me, and it's all good.
When she feel bad, you don't feel bad because it's not your fault.
I think your mum struggled a lot because his mum's a very huggy person, and she doesn't have a daughter, so I think with me she envisioned lots of this mother-daughter time, which we still have, it's just different, and she had to learn a bit, like, just because Holly doesn't want to hug you all the time and be affectionate that way with you, she does it in other ways, and I think your mum's really developed in that sense over the last 5.5 years. Some people still have the really like old-fashioned belief that people with autism can't have a long-term relationship, can't get married, can't start a family, and they absolutely can. People with autism can do everything that everyone else can do. They just might need a little extra help, and that's okay. As long as you've got people around you, it takes a village, then you're all good. If you're in a neurodiverse relationship, where one partner is neurodiverse and the other one isn't. I think it means a lot to the neurodiverse partner that you take the time to understand them, to ask them what do you like, what don't you like, and as well for both of them to know that it's a journey, a learning journey that you're going to go on together. You're not going to get it right first time, there's going to be bumps in the road, but as long as you're patient and you understand that they are different and they do need different things, they're still the same.
I think my tip is just like, for example, me and Holly. I just try to help that person what you love, you know. She needs something, just be there. Yeah, and as well, like, don't feel bad just asking if what you need, you know. Just say the thing what you need, and you know, if it's the right person, it's the right person.
That was cute.
Yeah, that's amazing.
This feels so full circle now, it's fantastic.
I'm still learning.
Yeah. That's a good answer.